In the year 2247, humanity's curiosity about the cosmos was finally rewarded. It began with a shimmer in the sky, a ripple of light that heralded the arrival of the Kalins. Their ships were unlike anything humans had ever seen, sleek silver vessels that glided effortlessly through the void, defying the laws of physics as understood on Earth. The Kalins made their presence known with a broadcast, their language instantly translated by advanced algorithms. "We are the Kalins," the message began, "travelers and explorers of the universe. We come in peace, seeking knowledge and friendship." The world held its breath as leaders from the United Earth Federation, UEF, responded. Diplomatic channels buzzed with activity, and soon a summit was arranged. Representatives from both species met on the International Space Station, now modified to accommodate the Kalins' unique biology. The Kalins were humanoid in appearance, but with distinctly alien features: translucent skin that shimmered with an inner light, elongated limbs, and eyes that seemed to see beyond the visible spectrum. Their technology was far beyond anything humanity had achieved, and their demeanor was one of calm superiority. As the dialogue continued, it became clear that the Kalins viewed humans as an intriguing, if somewhat primitive, species. They praised Earth's cultures and history, but often in a patronizing tone that irked the human representatives. Despite this, the UEF worked diligently to establish a positive relationship, hoping to learn from the Kalins and perhaps even gain access to their advanced technology. To cement their newfound relationship, the Kalins invited humanity to an interstellar exhibition on their home planet, Kalin. It was a grand event, with representatives from dozens of civilizations showcasing their technological marvels and cultural achievements. Humanity prepared fervently for the event. The UEF gathered the best examples of Earth's advancements: quantum computers, sustainable energy solutions, and even a prototype for faster-than-light travel. Among these treasures, Dr. Elena Martinez, a historian and engineer, insisted on including an ancient ballistic gun, a relic from Earth's past. Dr. Martinez believed the gun symbolized humanity's journey from primitive tools to advanced technology. However, when the human delegation presented their artifacts on Kalin, the Kalins' reaction to the ancient gun was not as hoped. They found it amusing, laughing openly at the child's toy, as they called it. "The Kalins have weapons that can disintegrate a target in nanoseconds," one of their scientists remarked. "What purpose does this primitive device serve?" The human delegation felt the sting of humiliation. Dr. Martinez, in particular, was deeply offended by the Kalins' dismissal of her chosen artifact. Determined to prove the worth of human ingenuity, she began to explore ways to upgrade the ancient weapon, believing that even the simplest tools could be transformed with the right innovations. Despite the initial camaraderie, it soon became evident that the Kalins' view of humanity was more condescending than collaborative. They saw humans as an amusing curiosity, a species to be studied rather than respected. This attitude sparked growing resentment among the human delegation and the UEF. As the exhibition continued, subtle conflicts began to arise. The Kalins would frequently overshadow human achievements with their own, more advanced technologies. What was meant to be a showcase of mutual respect turned into a series of one-upmanship, with the Kalins always coming out on top. Back on Earth, the media covered these events extensively, and public opinion started to shift. The initial excitement of meeting an advanced alien race turned into a bitter realization that humanity was seen as inferior. Calls for a more assertive stance in dealings with the Kalins grew louder. In the midst of this growing tension, Dr. Martinez and her team worked tirelessly on their project. They believed that by upgrading the ancient gun with modern technology, they could create something that would earn the Kalins' respect. Integrating advanced energy cells and plasma-enhanced ammunition, they transformed the relic into a formidable weapon. The day of the final demonstration arrived. With Kalin dignitaries watching, Dr. Martinez showcased the modified gun. As she pulled the trigger, a brilliant beam of energy shot out, disintegrating a target drone in an instant. The Kalins' laughter turned to stunned silence. For the first time, they saw the potential of human ingenuity. The demonstration was a turning point. It proved that humanity, despite their technological disadvantages, possessed a unique capacity for innovation and adaptation. However, it also marked the beginning of a new, more contentious phase in human-Kalin relations. The Kalins, now wary of humanity's potential, began to take a more cautious approach, while humans prepared for the possibility of future conflicts. The stage was set for an inevitable clash with the ancient gun, once a symbol of mockery, now at the heart of humanity's fight for respect and recognition in the cosmos. The tension reached its peak during a grand gala on Kalin, hosted in the sprawling Hall of Luminaries. Delegates from various species mingled, their conversations a symphony of different languages and cultures. The Kalins took this opportunity to display their latest technological wonders, hoping to reinforce their position as the galaxy's foremost civilization. Dr. Maya Patel, a brilliant and tenacious engineer, had been invited to present humanity's advancements alongside Dr. Elena Martinez. Despite their earlier success with the modified gun, the human delegation still felt the weight of the Kalins' condescension. As Dr. Patel began her presentation, a prominent Kalin scientist named Orlox interrupted. "Ah, the humans and their quaint toys," he sneered, gesturing towards the ancient gun. "Why don't you show us another magic trick with your primitive artifact?" The room erupted in laughter, and Dr. Patel's face flushed with anger. She clenched her fists, her knuckles white. The insult was not just to her work, but to the entire human race. She decided then and there that the Kalins needed to see the true potential of human ingenuity. "We may be new to this interstellar community," Dr. Patel responded, her voice steady despite the anger simmering beneath. "But humanity has always thrived on challenges. This gun is more than a weapon. It's a symbol of our history and our capacity for innovation." Orlock scoffed. "Symbols are all well and good, but they won't protect you in a real conflict." Determined to prove him wrong, Dr. Patel resolved to push the boundaries of the gun's modifications even further. She knew that a mere demonstration wouldn't be enough. They needed to show the Kalins that humans were not to be underestimated. Back on Earth, Dr. Patel gathered a team of engineers and scientists to delve deeper into the ancient gun's potential. They set up a covert lab in the Rocky Mountains, far from prying eyes. The project, codenamed Phoenix, aimed to transform the relic into a state-of-the-art weapon that could rival Kalin technology. Dr. Patel's team included experts in various fields: Sarah Lopez, a physicist specializing in energy systems; Akio Tanaka, a computer scientist with expertise in artificial intelligence; and Jamal Carter, a materials engineer renowned for his work with advanced alloys. Together, they formed a formidable group, united by a common goal. The team worked around the clock, dissecting the gun and experimenting with different modifications. They integrated quantum energy cells, allowing the gun to harness immense power. Advanced targeting systems were added, making it incredibly accurate. The ammunition was enhanced with plasma-infused projectiles, capable of piercing even the toughest Kalin armor. Despite the intense workload, the atmosphere in the lab was one of excitement and camaraderie. They were driven by a shared sense of purpose, knowing that their work could change humanity's standing in the galaxy. Dr. Patel, ever the motivator, kept spirits high with her relentless optimism and unyielding determination. As the gun neared completion, the team decided to conduct a field test. In a secluded valley, they set up a series of targets, simulating different combat scenarios. Dr. Patel, taking a deep breath, aimed the gun at the first target and fired. The beam of energy shot out, disintegrating the target instantly. A series of rapid shots followed, each one hitting its mark with precision. The team watched in awe as the gun performed beyond their wildest expectations. It was more than just a weapon. It was a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. Dr. Patel knew they had created something extraordinary, something that would make the Kalins reconsider their assessment of humanity. With the modified gun ready, Dr. Patel and her team prepared for a public demonstration. They knew this was their chance to prove humanity's worth to the galaxy. The demonstration was scheduled to take place on Kalin, in front of a panel of Kalin scientists and military officials. As the day approached, The team faced a myriad of challenges. They had to ensure the gun's modifications were stable and that it would perform flawlessly under scrutiny. Security was tight, with Kalin operatives closely monitoring their every move. Despite the pressure, Dr. Patel remained focused, her confidence bolstered by the unwavering support of her team. On the day of the demonstration, the atmosphere was tense. The Kalin officials watched with a mixture of curiosity and skepticism as Dr. Patel stepped forward. She took a deep breath and addressed the audience. "Ladies and gentlemen, today we will show you what humanity is capable of." With that, she aimed the gun at a series of targets set up at varying distances. She pulled the trigger, and a brilliant beam of energy shot out, disintegrating the first target. She quickly adjusted her aim and fired again, hitting the next target with pinpoint accuracy. The crowd murmured in astonishment as the gun continued to perform flawlessly, destroying each target in rapid succession. The Kalin officials, previously dismissive, now watched with rapt attention. Dr. Patel could see the change in their expressions, no longer mocking, but respectful. The demonstration ended with a final, powerful shot that obliterated a reinforced target, leaving no doubt about the gun's capabilities. The room erupted in applause, and Dr. Patel felt a surge of pride. The Kalins, who had once laughed at humanity's primitive technology, now saw them in a new light. The demonstration had been a success, and humanity had proven their potential to the galaxy. However, the success of the demonstration also had unintended consequences. The Kalins, now wary of humanity's growing power, began to take a more cautious approach. Diplomatic tensions rose, and whispers of conflict grew louder. Dr. Patel and her team knew that their journey was far from over. They had made a statement, but the real challenge was just beginning. The successful demonstration of the modified gun had earned humanity respect, but also intensified existing tensions. The Kalins, who had once viewed humans as a mere curiosity, now saw them as a potential threat. Their diplomatic overtures became increasingly guarded, and the atmosphere between the two civilizations grew strained. On Earth, the media hailed Dr. Patel and her team as heroes. Public opinion shifted dramatically, with calls for greater investment in defense and technological innovation. The UEF, recognizing the changing tides, began to allocate more resources towards military research and development. The ancient gun, once a relic, became the blueprint for a new generation of human weaponry. In response, the Kalins started flexing their military muscle. They conducted large-scale war games near human territories, a clear message that they were prepared for any eventuality. Skirmishes began to break out in contested space, with both sides testing each other's resolve. Dr. Patel, now a key figure in humanity's defense efforts, was brought into high-level meetings with UEF officials. The message was clear. They needed to be ready for war. Patel and her team were tasked with developing new weapons and defenses, using the principles they had applied to the ancient gun. Despite the looming threat, Patel remained hopeful. She believed that humanity's ingenuity and resilience would prevail. Her team continued to work tirelessly, their lab now a hub of innovation. They developed new technologies, from energy shields to advanced propulsion systems, all designed to give humanity an edge in the inevitable conflict. The first skirmish occurred near the asteroid belt, where a Kalin patrol encountered a human mining vessel. The Kalins, underestimating the humans, demanded the ship surrender. The mining vessel, equipped with one of Patel's modified guns, fought back. The battle was brief but intense, with the humans managing to fend off the Kalins. This victory, though small, had significant repercussions. It demonstrated that humans were capable of holding their own against the Kalins. News of the skirmish spread quickly, boosting morale on Earth and among human colonies. The UEF began to strategize, planning how best to leverage their new technological advancements in larger confrontations. The Kalins, meanwhile, were taken aback by the human resistance. They had not expected such fierce opposition and were forced to reconsider their approach. They increased their patrols and began to target human outposts, hoping to intimidate humanity into submission. But humanity was not so easily cowed. Each skirmish only strengthened their resolve. Patel's weapons were deployed across the fleet, turning even the most humble of ships into formidable opponents. The human forces, though outnumbered and outgunned, fought with tenacity and ingenuity. In the midst of the escalating conflict, an unexpected development occurred. The Rylothians, another alien race oppressed by the Kalins, reached out to humanity. The Rylothians had long suffered under Kalin rule and saw an opportunity in humanity's defiance. They proposed an alliance, offering their support in exchange for a chance at freedom. The UEF welcomed the alliance. The Rylothians brought with them valuable knowledge and resources. They were skilled in guerrilla warfare and had a deep understanding of Kalin tactics. Together, the two races formed a formidable coalition, pooling their strengths and coordinating their efforts. The alliance was formalized in a secret meeting on a remote asteroid. Patel and her team were there, alongside UEF officials and Rylothian leaders. The atmosphere was one of cautious optimism. They knew that the road ahead would be difficult, but together they believed they could stand against the Kalins. With the alliance in place, humanity and the Rylothians launched a series of coordinated attacks on Kalin outposts. These assaults were surgical and precise, designed to disrupt Kalin supply lines and weaken their hold on the region. The Kalins, now facing a united front, struggled to maintain their dominance. In these battles, Patel's modified gun became a symbol of hope and resistance. It was a testament to what could be achieved when different species worked together, combining their strengths and talents. The Kalins, once so confident in their superiority, now found themselves on the defensive. The alliance between humans and Rylothians marked a turning point in the conflict. It was a demonstration of unity and resilience, proving that even in the face of overwhelming odds, cooperation and ingenuity could prevail. As the war continued, humanity and their allies prepared for the ultimate confrontation with the Kalins, determined to secure their place in the galaxy. With their alliance solidified and victories accumulating, humanity and the Rylothians set their sights on a bold objective: the Kalin homeworld, Kalar. The plan was audacious, perhaps even reckless, but it was their best chance to break the Kalin stranglehold and force a decisive end to the conflict. Preparation for the siege was intense. Fleets were assembled, strategies meticulously planned. Dr. Patel and her team were at the heart of these efforts, continuing to innovate under the immense pressure. They developed new iterations of the modified gun, integrating even more advanced energy sources and refining its targeting systems to maximize its effectiveness against Kalin defenses. The attack began with a coordinated strike on Kalar's outer defenses. Human and Rylothian ships moved in unison, their combined firepower overwhelming the Kalin fleets guarding the planet. The initial phase was brutal, with heavy casualties on both sides, but the alliance pressed on, driven by the determination to liberate themselves from Kalin oppression. As the battle raged in the skies above Kalar, ground forces prepared to launch an assault on the planet's surface. Dr. Patel, though not a soldier, insisted on being part of the strike team. She wanted to ensure that the technology she had developed was used to its fullest potential and to witness firsthand the impact of her work. The ground assault was a grueling ordeal. Kalar's surface was a fortress, with heavily armed Kalin soldiers defending every inch. The Allied forces faced relentless attacks, but they advanced steadily, utilizing the superior firepower of the modified guns to break through the Kalin lines. Dr. Patel and her team led a critical mission to disable Kalar's main power source, a massive fusion reactor buried deep within a mountain. The reactor powered the planet's defense grid, and without it, the Kalins would be vulnerable. The mission was fraught with danger, requiring them to navigate treacherous terrain and evade Kalin patrols. As they approached the reactor, they encountered fierce resistance. The Kalins had anticipated the attack and fortified the area heavily. Dr. Patel's team fought valiantly, using their advanced weapons to carve a path through the defenders. The ancient gun, now a symbol of human ingenuity, proved its worth time and again, its plasma-infused projectiles cutting through Kalin armor with ease. Inside the reactor facility, the team faced their greatest challenge. The Kalins had rigged the reactor with explosives, intending to destroy it rather than let it fall into enemy hands. Dr. Patel, using her engineering expertise, worked frantically to defuse the bombs while her team held off the Kalin soldiers. The situation was dire, but Dr. Patel's determination never wavered. She succeeded in disarming the explosives just in time, securing the reactor for the Allied forces. With the power source under their control, the defense grid fell, and the tide of the battle turned decisively in their favor. The fall of the defense grid was the beginning of the end for the Kalins. Allied forces poured into Kaller's capital, overwhelming the remaining defenders. The Kalins, realizing their position was untenable, sued for peace. Negotiations began almost immediately, with the UEF and Rylothian leaders dictating terms. Humanity had achieved the unthinkable. They had not only stood up to a superior alien force, but had also forged a powerful alliance that reshaped the balance of power in the galaxy. The victory was a testament to their resilience and ingenuity, qualities that the Kalins had grossly underestimated. Dr. Patel and her team were hailed as heroes. The ancient gun, once a symbol of human primitiveness, was now a revered artifact, representing the spirit of innovation and defiance. It was enshrined in a museum on Earth, a reminder of the struggle and the triumph. In the aftermath of the conflict, a new era of cooperation and exploration dawned. The alliance with the Rylothians blossomed, leading to joint ventures in technology, science, and exploration. Humanity, having proven their worth, took their place as equals in the galactic community. Dr. Patel continued her work, now focused on ensuring that the lessons of the war were not forgotten. She spearheaded initiatives to promote peaceful uses of technology and fostered relationships with other alien races. The war had shown the destructive potential of advanced weaponry, and she was determined to channel humanity's creativity towards more constructive ends. As the galaxy settled into a newfound peace, the story of the ancient gun became a legend. It was a tale of defiance, ingenuity, and the unbreakable human spirit, inspiring generations to come. Humanity looked to the stars with renewed confidence, ready to explore, learn, and thrive in a universe full of possibilities. With the war behind them, humanity and the Rylothians focused on rebuilding and forging a brighter future. The galaxy, once dominated by the Kalins, now witnessed a new era of cooperation and mutual respect. Former enemies became allies, united by a shared vision of peace and progress. Dr. Maya Patel found herself at the forefront of this new era. She was appointed as the head of the Interstellar Research Coalition, IRC, a new organization dedicated to fostering scientific collaboration between different species. Under her leadership, the IRC embarked on ambitious projects, from exploring uncharted regions of space to developing sustainable energy solutions that could benefit all. The modified gun that had played such a pivotal role in humanity's rise was now enshrined in the Galactic Museum of History on Earth. It stood as a powerful symbol of human resilience and ingenuity, drawing visitors from across the galaxy. People marveled at how something so simple could evolve into a tool that changed the course of history. The alliance with the Rylothians continued to grow stronger. Joint research stations were established, and cultural exchanges became commonplace. Humanity learned much from their new allies, and in turn, shared their own knowledge and innovations. Together, they pushed the boundaries of what was possible, achieving advancements that neither could have imagined alone. One of the most significant projects was the construction of the Unity Station, a massive space station orbiting a neutral planet. Unity Station served as a hub for diplomatic negotiations, scientific research, and cultural exchanges. It was a symbol of the unity and cooperation that now defined the galaxy. Dr. Patel often visited Unity Station, giving lectures and overseeing various projects. On one such visit, she found herself reflecting on the journey that had brought them to this point. She stood before the ancient gun, now encased in a protective display, and remembered the struggles and triumphs that had defined their path. As she spoke to a group of young scientists, she emphasized the importance of never underestimating the power of creativity and determination. This gun, she said, reminds us that even the simplest tools can become powerful symbols of change. It's a testament to our ability to adapt, innovate, and overcome any challenge. The scientists listened intently, inspired by her words. They were the next generation, ready to take up the mantle and continue the work of building a better future. Dr. Patel saw in their eyes the same spark of curiosity and determination that had driven her throughout her career. Humanity's place in the galaxy was secure, but the journey was far from over. There were still countless mysteries to explore, new allies to meet, and challenges to overcome. But now humanity faced the future with confidence, bolstered by their achievements and the bonds they had forged. As Dr. Patel looked out into the vast expanse of space from Unity Station, she felt a profound sense of hope. The stars were no longer distant and unreachable. They were now within humanity's grasp. And with the spirit of cooperation and innovation guiding them, there was no limit to what they could achieve. The story of the ancient gun had come full circle, from a relic of the past to a beacon of the future. It was a story of resilience, ingenuity, and the unbreakable human spirit. And as humanity continued to explore the cosmos, they carried that spirit with them, ready to face whatever lay ahead. The galaxy was theirs to discover, and with every step, they honored the legacy of those who had dared to dream, innovate, and fight for a better world. The new era had begun, and the possibilities were endless.